Empowered Parents. This is Yolanda from Empowered Parenting, and welcome to another live parenting Q&A. Topics are chosen by parents, chosen by clients that I see have greater concerns in similar areas, and respect is a big one, and it's one where empowered parenting has a unique approach. A lot of child psychologists and counselors out there will focus on the behavior, but with empowered parenting, we are about taking back control within ourselves, because we understand that our child's behavior is something we don't have as much control over as much as we have control over ourselves. Hello, Julie. It's good to have you join us. Julie, where are you joining us from? I'd love to hear. Where are you signing in from, and how many kids do you have, and what is your biggest problem with respect? Is there a specific behavior that you would like to change, or is it just them being disrespectful on the whole? So do keep putting your comments in. I can see your comments coming in, so I look forward to responding to them as I go. And with that, hello Michelle, good to see you here. Welcome. So being disrespected by our kids consistently is emotionally draining. It is exhausting, and I know because I have been there. When we feel disrespected, the thoughts that come up are, I do so much for you. And I have no doubt that parents who are feeling disrespected out there are doing so much for their kids. They're really overworking and burning themselves out, doing the most that they can for their kids, because their intention is to be that best parent and do their best. And when their child consistently is disrespecting them, it is a struggle, and it is very disheartening and disappointing and very saddening when our kids don't comply or don't respond in ways that we would like them to respond. Empowered parenting has a lot to do with the energy we bring into parenting, and our energy is linked to our emotions. So our emotions are energy in motion. So becoming aware of our emotion that we feel, I want to ask you, how do you feel about your kids? How do you feel about consistently doing the work that you do and not getting the response that you would like to from your kids? And tell me, is this energy, this emotion that you feel, is this what you're taking to your child when you have an interaction with them? And that's very normal. That is what we will do, and that is what I say 99% of the population is doing out there, because it is how we've been taught to respond. But let's look at it in a different way. In hurt people. So as we respond to our child that's disrespecting us in a way that is coming from a low state, it is coming from our disappointment in them. Think about, how are you responding to your child? How do you feel about them when you are doing things for them? How respectful are you of them in those times? And I am clearly not judging anyone, because that's where I was too. When I was disappointed and when I was upset, I wasn't respecting my child from that energy. It's not even possible to. However, what we are doing here is we are recognizing that we have conscious choices that we can make. And to become that 1% of the population that I so-called that chooses consciously to parent, this is empowered parenting, where we choose the thought, where we recognize that the thought is bringing up the emotion that is causing us to act in certain ways, which is giving us the result. And the result in this case is our child disrespecting us. So what I shared with you there is the TEAR model. Our thoughts are what determine the emotions that we feel. And it's causing us to feel the action, to take the actions that we do, and is giving us the result. So what can we do to backtrack, and what can we do to change the thought so that we can get a new result. Recognize that the way we're doing things isn't working, and if we're going to keep doing things in the way that we have, we are going to get the same result. So recognizing our energy from where we're coming from, and choosing new thoughts which lead to new feelings and emotions, which will allow us to act in new ways deliberately. Otherwise, we're just modeling how society behaves. When someone disrespects us, we disrespect them back. And that is what our kids are doing too. As our kids feel disrespected by us, they are choosing to disrespect us back. So hurt people hurt people. So disrespected, when we feel disrespected, we attack back in disrespecting the other person. It is human behavior. And what I'm asking you to do here is to make new choices, to become that 1% of the population. Even acknowledge that it's completely valid how you feel, the anger, the disappointment that you feel is valid. However, choose new ways to get new results. A big component and this was part of my own journey, when I was behaving in this when I was receiving that disrespect, what I felt was I wasn't respecting myself either. The way I was acting wasn't respectful either. And I know this is a lot for us to question our own selves. So I am going to ask you to really connect with yourself and tell me, were you respecting yourself in those times when you were feeling that disrespect coming from your child? Was there emotions of anger? Was there negative emotion? What were the words you were using? Was that respectful? Another tip I want to share with you is, or to bring to your awareness, is how do you respect people around you? Say a staff member, say somebody at a restaurant brought you a wrong meal. How do you respond to them? If somebody has upset you, even as you're driving and somebody cuts in front of you, just become aware. What are we teaching our kids? How respectful are we in our own behavior? Because our kids are learning. Our kids are learning from us how we put ourselves out there, how we respond. Our kids are learning. Our kids' brain is still developing. Let's be aware of that. So it depends on the age of your child. Our kids' brains are still developing, and the way they are responding to us may not be out of disrespect. It might be just them not having clear set expectations or clear set guidelines on how they are to react to us. So are you setting boundaries? Do you have expectations that your child is clear about? Because our kids feel safe in routine. They feel safe in boundaries. Make sure that you are setting that up for them in clear-cut examples. For example, with their room. If their room is messy and you have asked them to clean it several times, and you're feeling that they aren't respecting you, question, where are you not feeling respected, and is that true? How can you change your perception of how you feel? Is this something to do with you? Is disrespect a story within yourself where you haven't felt respected yourself as a child? And this is what empowered parenting is all about. It works with us, within ourselves, because that's where the heart and the core of the problem comes from, and that is what we address, and from that space is where we work with our child. This allows us to choose how we respect them and how we speak to them. It allows us to model respect to our kids, model respect in the way we treat other people around them, people that have disappointed us, people that we are upset with. How do we respond to them? Model that. And then it also allows us to model respect to the way we treat our kids, the words we use with our kids, the way we correct them. What is your energy that you use as you direct your kids and as you teach them new ways of being and teach them to respect you? So it is important and it is imperative that we stay calm when we are disciplining a child, or in the language that we use with our kids as they feel upset, or as we approach them. So how we feel, the calmness from which we parent them is very, very important to a child that is exhibiting behavior of disrespect. So how calm are you? How calm can you stay? What is it that's causing you to lose your ground in staying calm? What buttons is your child pressing within you? Are you using kind and firm ways to discipline your child and not punishing them? If you are punishing your child for their behavior, become curious. What are you teaching your child there? So all of this and so much more. How to give respect to earn respect. How to apologize when we screw up ourselves. How to be more vulnerable. So much to cover on this topic, and for that reason I invite you to come on to our 90-minute parenting workshop that I have coming up on the 24th of April, where I will be showing you how you can be that calm in the midst of the storm. How can a parent reach that state of calm, respond in the state of calm, because that is what your child needs more than anything, is us taking back control of our own emotions. So join us for our upcoming, it's not a half day, we need to change that, it's not a half day workshop, it is a 90-minute parenting workshop on how parents can build emotional resilience in order to raise emotionally resilient kids. So our emotion is key as we raise kids, and as we set boundaries and set expectations of our kids to respect us. How are we showing up? And that comes from us building our own emotional resilience. And here's the exciting part, I'm offering 3 free tickets to my workshop. All you need to do is respond yes to emotional resilience, and you will receive a free ticket. There's 3 people who will receive a free ticket to my workshop, Emotional Resilience for Parents Raising Emotionally Resilient Kids. And I look forward to seeing you then. Have a lovely day. Do put in the comment section if you've got a new question you have to ask for us. I am running a parenting masterclass in this Empowered Parents group on anxiety and 5 tips on how you can support your anxious child and process emotions. We're going to be looking at different models of processing emotions, because we cannot give to our kids what we don't have, and so it's really important for us to support our kids in their emotions, but first we come back to ourselves. So don't forget to grab I'm offering 3 free tickets to 3 lucky people. Just respond in the text box saying yes to emotional resilience, and I look forward to seeing you there. See you all. Bye.